What's up, guys? In this episode, I want to talk to you about how the power of focus and saying no to certain things allowed me to say yes and getting a TV film placement that earned over $56,000. This is amazing, and I want to share with you the story behind it, and I think it'll really inspire you. Let's do this. I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base. So hey guys, just going for my morning walk here, just getting some exercise. I ate 3 Ferrero Rochers yesterday, and it's still 3 weeks before Christmas as of recording this podcast. You'll probably be listening to this after Christmas. I don't know when this is going out. But the point is, I want to get some exercise, and I want to move my body. I want to move. I want to kill it today. And I know the secret to that is good rest and good exercise and moving. I'm not a bit big into running because I feel like it's hard on my bones, hard on my body, but walking and recording this podcast for you guys, I love it. So, the beginning of the year in 2019, I made some decisions, and you need to make some decisions in 2020, okay? One of the decisions I made was to pull back from touring. I wasn't going to tour as much, okay? And I said no to shows. I said no to a lot of high-paying shows. I have a buddy, even just the other day, is texting me about playing a show in June 2020, and I'm thinking like, no, you know? And I have my agent emailing me about a festival who wants to book me. And I purposely said that I wanted to charge a really high amount just to kind of tell them to go away. You know what I mean? And even if they did accept that high amount, I may or may not have done it, okay? And the reason this is because I'm focusing, okay? And I was focusing all year 2019 for the majority of it until I started working on a new album, was writing songs, okay? Was writing songs for TV and film, all right? And I had gotten lots of TV film placements in the past, but I realized I knew nothing about it. And so I booked a lot of writing sessions with people, flew down to Nashville, collaborated with people online, and I went all in on this, okay? And I think it was a song that I wrote in January, and it was on a snowstorm day that I had to actually finish the song. And I remember my daughter was home with us because she couldn't go to school, and I still had to rewrite one of the verses for this song. And so, you know, it's all about no excuses and just making time and just getting the work in when you got to get it in, okay? And so we wrote the song, and it was just for as a single we were going to release, and wasn't actually writing this one for TV and film. But I remember there's a company I was starting to reach out to try and get some TV film placements, and they turned down a bunch of my songs, and I was like, well, let me just send them this new one because it's really cool. And they ended up freaking out about it. She responded so quickly, I'll never forget, like, this is awesome, we want this. And I was like, oh, okay. And so they took it. And this was the first song that they accepted from me, okay? And this is a TV film house, all right? And you know they're a good one when they say no more than they say yes. And so they said yes for this placement, and I was just like, awesome. But then months went by, and we didn't get a placement, nothing. And I was like, okay, it's fine. You know, I understand it takes time. And we wrote lots of other songs, and more songs, and we started to get good at what they wanted, and we started to get more songs accepted, and this is because I focused, okay? I wasn't touring, because for me, touring, when I do that, it pulls me out of my element. It makes me stop one thing and then focus on another, all right? And so I wanted to focus on this, okay? Follow one course until successful. And so anyways, we ended up getting our song Come Back Home in the Bluff City Law promo, okay? We didn't just get it in the show, we got it in the promo for the show, which is which pays a lot more than just getting in the show. And we were like, holy crap. And this was for this song. All right. And it ended up being a total of $56,000 US. Now, I get a big chunk of that. I don't get all of it, but I do get the majority because I own the master and I also wrote on the song. Okay. And I'm not going to get into all the details on that. I can share that. I've shared that in other episodes. But the point is, $56,000 as opposed to a $4,000 show, a $5,000 show. Let's just say I was getting $5,000 a show. I'd have to do 10 shows, and we always know that when you do a show, there's rehearsal and there's always travel normally. So you're normally gone for at least 20 days, okay, to earn that. But I did that with one TV film placement. And you better believe we're going to get more placements, okay, and more placements from this song. And there's also publishing that will kick in because it played on TV and it played on the internet and it played on wherever else. I'll start to see those royalties start to come in. And again, this is the power of focus, okay? And writing right from my home, earning income. And this excites me because I wanted to be home with my family more, but I still wanted to earn money from my music, okay? And I talk about a lot more of these strategies in Fanbase University, and that's why you need to join. And so I can, talk more candidly even than on this podcast with you. But the thing is, I said no to touring so I could say yes to TV and film. And every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. And so my point is that I focused in 2019. I focused hard. And you know what? We only got one TV film placement. And honestly, I put in a lot of effort. I spent, a couple $1,000 making a music video for that song, the travel, the getting the song made, thousands there, and just a lot of time, effort, and money. But guess what? It paid off. It paid dividends. And this is the thing I think a lot of artists miss when I talk to you guys. You guys want ROI the first day. And I still haven't even gotten paid for that yet. Like, we know the placement's coming in, or the money from it's coming in, but I haven't even gotten the money yet. But I know it is coming in. And again, this is called delayed gratification. And that's what a lot of artists just aren't willing to do. They're not willing to delay the pay or the gratification. They want to get paid right now. They want ROI right now. They're not willing to invest up front and then get all the money in the back end. And this is why a lot of artists fail and a lot of artists give up. They quit their jobs way too easily when they don't realize they should be using their jobs, the money from their jobs, to fuel their dreams. And then eventually, until their music can provide a full-time income. It took me years to get to where I'm at right now, so my music is making me full-time. You know what I mean? Like, it took years to get it in a place that's, even beyond comfortable, let alone just paying the bills. It took a long time. And for a long time, that was touring. That's how I did it. But I realized when I stopped touring, I stopped making money. And so I needed to create more income streams where even if I don't work, I still get paid. And that's the whole idea of Spotify. That's the whole idea of, TV and film and just all these placements and stuff like that, where my songs are working for me 24/7. Okay, this is the reason why a lot of people are broke, is because they trade their time for dollars. Okay, they only get paid when they trade their time. I get paid even when I'm not working, okay? Right now, as I'm recording this podcast, people are streaming my music. I have more royalties coming in from radio, all these things, because I invested my time up front into things that continue to make me money, even though I'm not working anymore. Do you understand the power of that? I'm just giving you $1 million principles right here. You need to start investing your time in things that continue to pay you over and over again. Touring only pays me once. Sure, it gets me fans. That's great. And I'm not against touring, okay? And those fans will continue to buy from me over and over again. And I can continue to tour and book shows. And, that's amazing. But that's just not the lifestyle I want anymore. For you, that's awesome. But I want you to just even get into the mode. Like, sure, you could build a touring business where every year you just tour these places and you make a killer amount of money. I'm totally all about that, okay? But my point is, you might be doing things and investing your time into things that only pay you once. And sometimes you have to do that for a while, but then you take that money and you invest it in things that continue to pay you, like real estate, for instance. Okay, getting that rental income every single month. I don't have to work for that anymore. Okay, and the more you can put your money into things like that, the more you're going to have financial freedom and be able to just continue to work on music and rock and that. Okay, so I just really encourage you guys to just to think about it in those terms. All right, think about it in those terms. So anyways, this comes back to the power of focus, following one course until successful, making a decision on what you're going to focus and what you're going to go after this year in 2020, because you can't chase it all, okay? You think, you can chase it all. What is it, the story? The guy that chases 2 rabbits catches none? That I was just coaching a buddy of mine, just a friend. I was just giving him advice. I guess I was coaching him. He didn't pay me. He should have. But anyways, I helped him with some stuff regarding his public speaking, and he wanted to do all these things and all these different things. I said, dude, you got to focus on one. You can't do all that stuff. You got kids, you got a job, you got a wife, and you think you're gonna, and you got a full-time job, let alone your time isn't fully yours. You can only work on this stuff in the little bit of time you do have at night or whenever you have time off from your job, and you think you're gonna build 4 different businesses. Come on, give me a freaking break. And so that's why I tell you guys, don't freaking kid yourself. You underestimate how much effort it actually takes to get this thing moving. And, you start to pick it up and you start moving it and you're pushing it up the mountain. But then you see something and you get distracted and then you put it down and then you try and start moving something else up a mountain. And then you have half of these things that are not all the way up the mountain and you wonder why you get frustrated and you give up. It's because you never push something all the way to the top of the mountain, You never finish building your house. You have all these little mini foundations that are half done. And so you wonder why your house is never fully built, okay? Because you get distracted and you don't push through, or it gets hard and then you give up and you're just about to have a breakthrough. You don't think I haven't gotten frustrated this year with some of the TV film stuff, when I see other guys just getting placements and I'm like, okay, well, how come I haven't gotten a placement yet? Well, these guys have been doing it for 3 or 4 years longer than I have, but I got to remember I did get one massive big promo, which is a lot bigger than just a regular in show, just to give you an idea of the monetary difference. One, like a regular TV show, say you get something on some TV show, it might be $1,500, it might be $2,000, it might be $2,500, but a promo is tens of thousands of dollars, depending on how long it runs for, of course. Okay, but big difference. But, I'm not trying to compare to other people or whatnot because, I'm kind of new in the game with that. Even though I'm old in the game, I'm new with that as far as focusing. But I hope that just encourages and inspires you what's possible. All right. And it's not about how long, you've been in the game or whatnot. It comes down to do you have a song that works and fulfills the need? This is what I think we all fail to understand. We're trying to make these songs. If people love it, it will blow up. If you put it in front of people, if it's a freaking hit, it'll do more for you than anything else. I think I said in another previous podcast, good marketing just makes your bad songs fail faster. Okay, that's all it does. And if your songs aren't good, all this amazing marketing and stuff that I talk about, I teach you about getting the Billboard charts and all this stuff, but if you got bad songs, good marketing is just going to make your songs fail faster. People are like, oh, okay, yeah, that song sucks, move on. But if you have a good song mixed with good marketing, boom, that's a mixture of success plus focus. Oh my gosh, you're going to be dangerous. You're going to be so dangerous. So hey, hope this inspired you. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. So don't quit on your dreams. Keep pushing forward. And hopefully I'll see you on the next Fanbase University call. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com. Cheers. So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.